So when I came to the Grace home and sat down with Mr. Nathan, he handed me this stack of papers. This is my criminal background check. He said he stopped counting at 82 charges. That represents, for me, hopelessness and that I was, who would take a chance on me or someone with this background.
When we take them in, and let's just say one starts at the care center itself, well then we realize we have some work to do. And if they've lived a life, let's say for 30 years, that's been difficult, and all of a sudden now they say, man, I've got to change. When we talk about long-term programs, 6 months, a year, when you're trying to change everything that you are that's been going on for 30 years, very difficult. And so it's tough.
You know, I went to jail and they told me I was pregnant. And so when I came into the jail, I was in heavy addiction. I was getting, I was doing drugs. I didn't even know I was pregnant.
I ended up getting into some trouble down here. Ended up in jail, which I was about 5 months pregnant with the twins when they said that I was going to be released in a month. And I had nowhere to go.
I had every intention on getting out and just going back and doing the same old thing. But then they told me I was pregnant and I had a clear state of mind at this point. And so things changed for me and I was like, I want to get my life together. I don't want to lose these kids again. Like, no, I can't do that anymore. They were looking around and they found a place called Mother's Love. It's a long-term rehab facility for pregnant women and their babies.
The lady up front asked me what I was going to do because you had to have a home plan to be able to be released. And I said, I do not know.
So I was due in December and they weren't going to have anything open until December. And I was hopeless. I really thought I was going to get taken away from the babies and that I wasn't going to end up being a mother to them.
She called me back in and she said, well, I've got a man that I would like you to speak with. His name is Mr. Nathan, and he runs a center, and he says that he has a bed opening.
By the grace of God, a bed opened up in September, and they brought me over there. I was 7 months pregnant, and they brought me to all my appointments, and they got me clothes, and they, I had peace when I walked in those doors because I knew that everything was going to be okay.
So I believe that the structure that is provided for the ladies here coming out of treatment and like entering back into society is real important. And it is absolutely vital for ladies to have someone in their corner helping them with case management as far as, if they need license or if they need food stamps or Families First or anything like that. Just somebody to kind of help lead them. Because in early recovery, that stuff can be very overwhelming, especially if you've never done any of that.
Well, for a long time we didn't have that. We just had, now you're going to have to go out and make it on your own. And the nest was gone. And my hat's off. We have a partner in this, and I want to bring their name up. It's the Tennessee Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Services. Well, they have some money that was available to help build permanent housing for people. And little by little, we got approved, and we put in some money from our apartments that we sold, and we had the land already, and we built the first house called Grace Home. And Grace Home now, it still has structure. We do drug testing. We meet with them on a regular basis to make sure they're holding their end of the bargain up. We will monitor their finances. We're still in their lives, and it still is a nest. But it's a nest that has a little more freedom. Are they all from the care center? No. So, for instance, we have 3 ladies here that came from a Mother's Love, another institution that's well known for doing a good job, working with their ladies, building that nest for them.
It has been a collaboration that's been going on for several years. And we've actually referred a few other clients here. The Grace House is a very good addition to the safe housing in Jackson.
Living here has really given me the opportunity to transition back into normal living, where I have enough freedom to be able to go to work and go take my babies to daycare and go get my hair done if I want to, but enough accountability that, I'm not just like, not just crazy. Like, I have curfew and rules.
I finally have money in the bank that I can say that, hey, I've got savings if something ever does happen to me. And I don't have to worry. I don't have to worry when my next meal is coming, if I have a roof over my head, if my kids are going to be taken care of. So I can say that this place has been a blessing for me, and not only me, but my girls. They love it here. They love the people.
These transitional houses have been fantastic. We actually bought enough land so that we could build 6 of them. For most that have been here, they've done very well, and they're going to stay here for a while. And we're glad to have them.
It's like having a community of women to love on these babies. And yeah, there's just so much love. There's so many women that, you know, that care. They have a big old family right here.
What it means to me to have these girls here and not to worry about, hey, are they going to be taken because I'm doing the right thing, is the most meaningful thing I've ever had in my life.